Good day. Welcome to my science class for week 2, quarter 1. Our learning content or topic is about properties of materials. This is in line with the learning competency. Use the properties of materials whether they are useful or harmful. Lesson 1 objective. Enumerate some useful and harmful materials. Concept notes. The usefulness and harmfulness of a certain material depends on its properties. Properties refers to the unique characteristics of materials. Now, materials are considered useful when they serve a purpose or it has a particular use. They can be used for other purposes. They can be recycled. They can be dumped straight into a landfill. And a landfill refers to an area or a site where our garbages are stored or deposited. And lastly, a material is considered useful when something can be recovered from the material after it has served its main purpose. However, material can be harmful or dangerous when they are toxic. Toxic materials are poisonous and worse, deadly. They can cause injury or they can cause any parts of your body to be harmed, to be broken, or to be cut. They cannot be dumped straight into a landfill. This is the opposite of a useful material where it can be dumped straight into a landfill. Then, they can pollute the environment easily. Or either they can cause air pollution, water pollution, or soil pollution. And lastly, they require too much time to decompose, like plastics. It takes million years before it will be finally decompose. Now, there are materials that are made for a certain purpose only and can be harmful when not kept or disposed properly. Now, in order to minimize waste in our own household or community, we have to know which materials are still useful and which ones should already be disposed. Before throwing away any material, you must first check if it can cause harm to living things like your animals or pets at homes and to the environment. For your activity number 1, this is the directions. Fill out the table below. Enumerate some useful and harmful materials that you can find at home or in school if you are in school. However, in this time of pandemic, you are in your home, so therefore, you enumerate useful and harmful materials which are found in your home. Now, look at your learning activity sheet that is found on page 2. Now, for useful materials, give examples by which you can use it. And for harmful materials, you explain how you can dispose it properly. I give you time to answer. Suppose that you are done answering already. Let us proceed to lesson number 2. Let's move on. Our objective is to determine the properties of materials, whether they are useful or harmful. Now, physical properties can be observed without any changes in its compositions, such as Hardness. Hardness refers to the ability of material to be rigid and resist pressure. Hard materials cannot be broken easily. Examples are metal, wood, and a diamond. Brittleness. This is the ability of solid materials that when subjected to pressure or stress, they tend to crumble or break easily. Examples are glass, porcelain, mirror. These are the things or materials which can be broken easily. That is why you need to handle them with care. Flexibility. This refers to the ability of a material to be bent without breaking. Examples are thin metal wires, plastic strings. Elasticity is the ability of a material to be stretched and then return to its original form. Examples are rubber band and a garter. Conductivity is the ability of a material to allow heat and electricity to pass through it. Examples are metal and copper wire. Malleability refers to the ability of a material to be formed into different shapes. Examples are gold, silver, and aluminum. In the given examples, we have gold in different form or shapes. In the first picture, gold is just like an ordinary rock. In the second picture, gold is now a bar. And on the last picture, gold is formed into a luxurious jewelry which can be worn during special occasions or a luxurious party. Ductility is the ability of a material to be drawn into thin wires or sheets. Examples are electrical wires. Porosity is the ability of a material to absorb liquid. Examples are paper, cloth, and sponge. Now, let's say for example, you spill water on the floor. In order to dry it easily, you apply or wipe it with cloth. Let's proceed to the chemical property of a material. It is most evident when a certain material chemically reacts with another material. Chemical property of material is biodegradability. It can decompose or decay through the actions of bacteria and other organisms. Examples are fruit and vegetable peelings, plant clippings, dead plants, and animals. Combustibility is the ability of a material to burn. Examples are alcohol, wood, and sawdust. Flammability is the ability of materials to ignite or catch fire. Examples are ping pong ball and a premier paint. Reactivity refers to the ability of matter to change its composition as manifested by changes in its physical properties. Example, when nail gets wet, it becomes rusty. This is illustrated in picture number 1 on the left side, and on the other side, it shows a roof that has a chemical reaction through the changes of season. For your activity number 2, directions. Put a check mark under the column that identifies whether the product is useful or harmful based on its given property. Example is given. Fruit peelings as a product, and its property is biodegradability. It is useful. Now you do numbers 1 to 5. Lesson 3 objective. Explain the usefulness or harmfulness of the material. Concept notes. The property by which a material contains determines whether the product is useful or harmful. These materials may have properties such as durability, resistance to water, heat or acid, flexibility, elasticity, and hardness. Now, these are the things that we need to remember in order to determine whether a material or a product is useful or harmful. Now, some useful material can also be reused. Take for example, a container for any solid or liquid material. When it is already empty, it can be used for other purposes like flower vase. Could be used as a coin bank or a house decor. Whether a bottle is made of plastic or glass, it has a property that makes it reusable. Some useful materials may also bring hazards. For example, broken glass jar can cause cuts or injury. Toxic substances may also be present in the things commonly used as paints, cleaners, fumes, gels, or powders. These materials may bring harm to your health, environment, and other organisms when not used properly. That's why you should take precautionary measures when handling and using different materials. For your activity 3, here's the directions. Explain the usefulness and harmfulness of the product based on the given properties. For items 1 to 3, this refers to the physical properties of a material, and for 4 to 5, this refers to the chemical properties of a material. Examples are given above. I give you enough time to answer. Lesson 4. Objective. Group materials according to their uses. Concept notes. Household products are classified according to their uses. They may be classified as food products, cleaning products, beautification or personal care products, pesticides, and repairs or paints. Food products. The food products commonly used at home are beverages like wine, soft drinks, and juices. Dairy products like fresh milk, powdered milk, and others. Canned goods, snack food, preserves, processed food like hot dogs, chorizo, and so on and so forth, and gelatin. Pictures below. Personal care. Personal care products or cosmetics are intended to be directly applied to the human body for various purposes. Some of these products are harmful when ingested, so they are strictly for external use only. They're used outside the body. Now, personal care products, for examples, are perfume, hand lotion, razor, tissues, mirrors, and glasses. And for women, vanity is makeup, our makeups. Cleaning products are household materials for disinfecting and washing purposes. These include laundry soap or powder, dishwashing paste or liquid, and among others. Household products. Pesticides and insecticides are household products used for killing unwanted insects and pests. Shown below are examples. Paints and varnish. They are used to cover surfaces for decorative and protective purposes. Shown below are examples of paints, and varnish. For your activity number 4, here's what you're going to do. Imagine your family went to a grocery store to buy the weekly supply of goods needed at home. Then the bagger placed them in separate bags. Below are the products you bought. Classify the following products into their respective groups. You do it now. Assuming that you're done on the first part of activity number 4, let's proceed to the second part. You give your answer on the blank provided. Based on your activity, how did you group the materials? Then, why is it important to group materials according to its uses? And for your last activity, here's the objective. Use the properties of the materials to determine the usefulness and harmfulness of the products. Activity number 5, directions. Based on the given properties of materials, name 5 products found in your community and identify both their usefulness and harmfulness. For example, property, flammability, product, liquefied petroleum gas or LPG. Usefulness. It is useful because it can be used in cooking. It is harmful because it can cause fire when mishandled. Now you do number 1 to 5. Suppose that you are done already. These are my reference of our lesson. Pass your output on Friday. Thank you for listening. God bless you. To God be the glory.